Mark of Cain. When I was young, I heard of paradise. I felt the fall my parents fell, and felt no farther fall could be. Now standing shook and retching bile poured forth upon the ground, and with the blood and mixing both, so two again are one, I've fallen loneliest of all. Alone in field, and home no more a possible refuge, and paradise no more a possible homeland, and in myself removed from who I was, alone. When I was young, the youngest second-born, in sin conceived, I grew, and lo, I sensed another there, my flesh ensouled not first. So life, fecund and strong in late fallen womb, did bring to bear not one but two, and I my brother's flesh was lent, free gift of him, excelling at all gifts. And in term's time the firstborn name I took, and clawed my birth out first, before my elder brother's claim. When we were boys, my mother often told of paradise and its richness. In speech I saw and heard and tasted all, the barbs of Eden's dream, then lacerated heart and mind, and nightly wept my fam and I, though father, man of men, would cry forward to that long day when his own seed, myself surely, would work redeeming what he'd lost. His future bent nostalgia was stuff of hope, and so he cried in longing groans for freedom. So day by day and night by night I prayed, for what I ne'er permission saw, but knew in soul and flesh and heart, for when the son of Adam would redeem his parents' loss. But that is gone, and hells in all looked back, or mine own kin with ruby hand I've killed whom God loved best. He gave his lambs, so small and weak compared to my fine barley wheat. Right hard I worked with sweat and pain. Through nights I slept not from my aches, while he slept sound and dreamed unpained. My gifts were more, but did not please. How so, when fourscore more I gave? I kept apart from my reward. I worked much harder still for this, that my own work pentupled that of Abel's paltry lamb. But still my work was scorned, ignored. But now I make excuse. I murdered him because I wanted to. And reason's force sways to the heart's set course, and justifies its ways in secret's tongues. And in the heart, past mind and soul, the motive's clearly done. And oh, I hate the man I am, and hate the deed I've done. In killing one, I've killed now two, and Eve, the mom of all that lives, now proves more barren than the soil. I've killed my twin, but proved to kill myself and him. And hope that lived in my sinews and blood and mind and mass for redemption has now been lost. I've killed the future too. Then from the clouds does thunder down from high heaven the judge to render what is due. Away I look, avoiding mine own death in that fiery bright face. He gazes down at Abel's corpse and booming whispers there, "Where is, tell me, thy brother fair?" "How can I know?" I spit. "His keeper I am not. His soul your prize now you alone do view. His body's there, but 'tis not him. I know not where he flew. For you who reap what thou sows not, and keeps what thou hast not cut down, grows rich in this. For I, whose sacrifice appeased you not, hath given what you most loved." Then to my knees I fell, and tearful clutched his snow-white robe, petitioning for swift judgment. Now send me too, from blood-stained hands, returning stroke for stroke. Yes, kill me now, so in my sin your image still I bear. Depraved, evil, and from conception cursed, now kill my life, so it may join where'er my soul has gone. It's just and right to killers let it be. You paradise deprived my kin, now e'en that wretched life to this was paradise. I've changed, unalterable and fixed, no hope for joy forevermore, and more unlike to change, as Abel's corpse. By this my strength was lost the second grace, so be yourself again. And begging still and weeping more, I prayed for death's succor. And when time came, my tears' flow ceased, the rivets running deep in cracks through my stone face. He whispered then, "O dreadful voice, upon my face now look." To see God's face and live, impossible. Relieved for relief coming soon, I looked, but perished not. Methought I saw, but no, it couldn't be. In his own face I saw my twin, whose birth and death I took. I wept for view of victim divinized, alike to him, but not like him. alike to me, but far from me. I saw one like a son of man, Adam. He wept, and doubtless for the slaughtered son, but fixed his gaze on me. But nothing said and nothing did. Kill me, I begged again. But oh, my son, he said to me, the innocent cries out. I hear his blood make holy plea to stay my hand for love of thee. Pure blood's request I'll not refuse. Now let his place be yours, but first do answer me. And tales old told didst thou not hear? He asked in sickly tones. Hast thou not learned my justice is mercy? When from the tree your parents ate and fell, I came to save by my judgment. They died, 'tis true, but worser still to live with me, and through eons to hate me most, but in my sight remain. Whoever eats of good and bad must die for bad to die. For bad fore'er is hell, so death my weapon made. But I who save both Eve and Adam with their death will save you with your life. Thou know'st me not? Depart from me a little while, so thou may know my care. In life prolonged there's hope that death shuts out ere more. At this I cried, but I, cast out from company of man, will suffer what I've done this day, in heart and body too, at hands of those who know my deed. Too terrible this curse. 'Twas then my brow erupted hot with holy fire, so sweet and burning mild. I mark ye, Cain, with my own hand, this mark of hope to those out east, where those of thine own stock and kind all think like thee, and must believe to hope as me. I give this sign, that even thou, the archetype of rage and death, can change, if they but stay their murderous hate, so well thought out in fear and rage. They'll reason out their cause as just as thine, and to prevent your own relapse become what they do hate. They'd murder him who is my favored son. 'Twas Abel in his innocence, and thou art able too by thine own guilt. Now here, my seal now claims you as my own, for I desire not to lose the third-born of my babes. So walk and live, and soon you'll learn, but if you wander far, that I the dead shall raise indeed, and living dead redeem.